Hey Daniel, I'm just having a look at your file. So this model is corrupted. It's completely contaminated. So if I go into view, you can see there's like remnants of the cutting tool, which is not correct. So if you're trying to make a cut, it's not going to separate. So so this is a bit of a problem because you can see all of these vertices. It's not gonna separate out if you create another Boolean tool cut. So I'm not quite sure. You've obviously tried to do each and every one individual, and if you're doing the whole section, why don't you just do the whole section sort of, or half the section, another half the section. In this example now, it's very difficult to fix this. I can only think of one thing, and it's maybe to remesh this, because the inside, as I said, it's got all of this stuff on the inside. So let's just have a look if we remesh. So okay, properties. I'm going to give this and here's a Boolean tool. Let's just get rid of that. So let's going to just remesh this one, and you'll immediately notice that the inside has been saved, but it has been voxel remeshed, so the mesh is a little bit different, but it as from a accuracy point of view, I don't think we're going to lose that much accuracy. So now we can maybe attempt to cut this again, but before then there's no way. But it is quite a dense fine mesh, but I think this is the only way to save this. So let's just give it a go. So let's draw the gum, and we're not going to do each and every tooth. I mean, if I don't know which ones you are extracting, but I'm just assuming. So let's just do this, and we're going to thread this thing through here. So remember, this has to be above the gum. So maybe you went across here like that. If you do have mesh like that, it may be a good idea just to take the scalpel tool, just to sculpt it away, because with these hills and valleys and stuff, it makes it very, very difficult to cut anything. Any mesh is hard to trim. So let's just give this a go. So I'm going to section one side. Alright, okay, so mark, and we're going to bring this across the top here. So, okay, there, and we're going to extrude this upwards, okay, and then I'll do the other side. So you've got to be very vigilant that this is done correctly. So this is maybe a little bit of practice, I don't know. So just inspect and see that your meshes, your lines are like above the surface, which they should be, but let's give this a go, okay? So you want to cut this off. So I'm using the model designer. The wax up is pretty much the same algorithm. So okay, let's enclose the contact, and then enclose the base, and I don't know how deep you want this. Let's just create a little bit of depth and remove tooth. Okay, so that should do it. Okay, let's have a look and see. Okay, so as you can see, this is removed quite well. It took a little bit of time because of the density of the mesh. So you just remove that one, and it is a bit of practice. Try and make sure that it cuts, and if it doesn't cut, rather go Control Z backwards and redo it. Otherwise, we're going to head into a completely contaminated mesh. Okay, cheers.